The first month of this year is almost over, and these days we only get to know that we're into a new year only when smartphone companies start refreshing their lineups. And one company which is about to do that is Oppo. Oppo is going to upgrade its Reno series very soon with the introduction of Oppo 7 lineup. And to talk about that, I have with me Damyant Singh, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of Oppo India. First of all, welcome to the show. How are you doing, sir? I got to know that you have recently recovered from COVID, so I hope you're doing well.
Hi, Manu. It's a pleasure to be on your show. And yes, after about 2 years, COVID finally caught up with me, but I've recovered. I'm doing well. Thank you very much.
See, some of my friends who are yet to catch COVID, they keep telling me that I'm not sure if I'm avoiding COVID or COVID is avoiding me. So because almost everyone around us has got this at least once, and it's good that most people are recovering and doing well, because this has been a really tough period for all of us. So Damyant, you have already announced that the Reno 7 series is launching on Feb 4th in India. So my question to you is, how many devices are you bringing to India? Because we know in China, there were 3 smartphones that were launched as part of the series. Yes. So how many are coming to India?
Yeah, so Manas, so we're extremely excited about the Reno launch, and the devices were launched in China in December last year, and so the Reno 7 series that's launching in India, we're bringing 2 of these fantastic devices to the market. We have the Reno 7 and we have the Oppo Reno 7 Pro for India, and both these devices have some breakthrough camera technologies that I'm dying to talk to you about. But yeah, these are the 2 phones that we're going to be launching on the 4th.
So there was another 7 SE, which is not coming here for now. And do you have any plans? Because before we talk about the 7 and 7 Pro, I just want to get this out of the way. That are there any plans of bringing
just these 2 devices.
Okay. So talking about these now, you just now mentioned about the camera, and you've been promoting these phones for their camera capabilities. You say that they're going to be the best camera system on a Reno series phone ever. So why is that? What is that makes these camera systems different or superior to what we have seen in the past?
Sure. So for us, the Reno series has always been about bringing the best of everything that is the latest and greatest from the tech world into our devices, right? And so both of these feature breakthrough camera technologies, and they feature a series of industry firsts. Like anyone who's a tech enthusiast, they always kind of want to know what's new, what's a first, what makes it different, what makes it great. So both these phones are I think, to begin with, aesthetically designed. I got my device a couple of days back just to kind of play around with, and the first thing that really hits you is just the design aesthetics of this product. It looks amazing. The hand feel is great. It's lightweight, so it's really easy for someone to kind of hold and operate these. And these are feature packed. So let me kind of get into the camera to begin with, right? So we call this the most advanced Reno camera system ever. And the reason we do that is because there are a bunch of really exciting innovations, practical innovations, if I may call them that, which make these devices genuinely a leap vis-a-vis what we had in the Reno 6. So do you want me to kind of talk to you about the camera features, or do you want to
Yes, definitely. Go ahead. You can.
Yeah, sure. So when we talk about the camera innovations, at Oppo, we genuinely feel the camera is by far the most important part of a smartphone experience, right? Of course, people buy phones because of the design, battery life, performance. All of these are elements which are obviously very important. But the camera is the make or break. It's the roti kapda makan of smartphone, right? So when you talk about camera innovations, which is really an important part of the DNA of our products, for this specific product, we joined hand with Sony, and we developed the world's first exclusive 32-megapixel IMX709 selfie sensor. It's one of the reasons why we're calling these phones selfie experts as well. And then along with that, we also have a 50-megapixel IMX766 main flagship shooter, which again has come from Sony. So what these sensors will do is they will help contribute to a very advanced camera system. And what we've done beyond this is we've also customized RGBW. So usually you basically have RGB sensors. On these devices, we have the RGBW sensor, which basically means you get 60% more light into the camera lens, right? Okay. So it's a lot more sensitive to light, and it reduces noise then by about 30%.
So when you say that you have customized it for more light, is it that you have increased the sensor size, or you have done it on the software? How does this work?
It's a software. It's a
It's
software
software
feature.
thing. Okay.
Yes. And so what this basically means is you get photographs that are really easy to take. So you get great pictures, in a very, very easy to shoot device. And especially I think when you talk about being indoors or in low light settings, this is when the magic starts.
Yeah.
Right. I think you put this in, you put the phone in a challenging situation, and that's when all of these features come together to create some magic. So this is what is really, really exciting about this new device. And again, we've vis-a-vis the previous generation, what we've also done is we've optimized the algorithms, which reconstruct the bokeh light spot in a way that is very, very similar to DSLR cameras. So again, a phone which is kind of really pushing the boundaries of what smartphones allow you to shoot.
This customization has been done on the rear camera though, right?
Yes.
The rear camera. Cool. So I mean, just to understand from this, I mean, you were telling me that, you know, this sensor kind of allows more light and you can get better images. Now, what I want to understand, Damyant, from you is that in the last few years, what you've seen is a lot of this battle around cameras has been fought around the megapixels. कि किसी को कैमरा चाहिए, ज्यादा मेगापिक्सल दे दो, या फिर ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ कैमरास दे दो, बस 4 कैमरा 3 5 कैमरा दे दो, ठीक है, आगे भी 2 दे दो, पीछे भी 4 दे दो, ठीक है. Nobody was talking about all these technologies. Now, do you think that maybe because we have reached some sort of saturation in terms of how many number of megapixels or resolution that you can increase, or, you know, how the number of sensors that you can offer, is that now we are finally getting back to these more important conversations? Because last year there was a phone which I remember which offered the biggest sensor on a smartphone camera ever, and there are now newer things happening in terms of what we can achieve from the smartphone camera. So do you think, is it because of that saturation that we have reached somewhere?
Absolutely, Manas. You know, the reality of the smartphone industry is eventually it cannot simply be about hardware, right? It has to be the marriage of the hardware and software coming together. And this has really been one of the absolute advantages that we at Oppo have, right? I mean, in the Color OS, we've got an amazing OS that allows consumers to really push the boundaries of what can extract from the hardware. So it's less about, you know, how many megapixels the camera is. It's more about the magic that our algorithms and our software allows people to kind of use the camera for. So absolutely right. That's really what the future is going to be.
Okay, so I'll take you back to the design part once again, because Reno series has always been known for its design. I remember one of those Reno phones that actually came with a shark fin, a selfie camera as well, which is quite unique for the time. So what are we expecting? I know that you said that it's got a great in-hand feel, but what else that you have done differently this time with the design, or the color variants that we can expect? Can you just take us through that?
Sure. So, you know, one of the unique things about the Oppo Reno series is really been, from a design standpoint, the Reno Glow, right? So the company has developed a design technology that's called a Reno Glow, and over the generations, there've been a series of refinements. And what we've done with our current model now is we've rebranded it as Oppo Glow. And what the Oppo Glow effect really does is it creates millions of like tiny microscopic crystals on the back of the phone to give it a really glittering visual effect. And it's a very painstaking process, to be honest. You know, it basically is a process that helps create a frosted glass material, but it feels very, very smooth in your hand, and it creates this illusion of crystals and snowflake-like elements on the back of the phone. And it again is resistant to fingerprints and other smudges. So what you get is a phone that kind of really changes how it looks in different lights, and is just really visually very aesthetically pleasing. So that, from a design standpoint, is what's really outstanding about this product. What we've also done is we've introduced something called the LDI technology on this phone.
Okay.
And again, so what our engineering team has done over the last 3 years is developed something what is called the aircraft grade laser direct imaging technology. Okay. And again, what this process is basically comprises of chemical etching and acid washing technologies that give you that frosted glass feel. LDI usually is used to design printed PCBs, printed circuit boards in the aviation industry. And basically for the Reno 7, we've repurposed this to kind of 20 micron in width on the back of the handset cover. And so again, it creates a visual illusion, if I may call it that, which we're calling it the shooting star effect, that kind of shines and fades into kind of different colors. So that's really what's special about this design.
What are the color variants that we are expecting on the series?
There's a blue and a black.
Okay.
So,
The official
again,
names will be different, but it's going to be a blue and a black one, more or less. Yeah. And what are the other features that you can talk about? Because I think they will come with MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chip, if I'm not wrong. This has some, it's been already revealed on your website.
Yes, that's right. So from a performance standpoint, again, like I was saying, cameras, smartphones have multiple facets. So again, from a performance standpoint, we've done an outstanding job of working with MediaTek. They've been great partners to us over the last few generations of our Reno series. And so the Reno 7 Pro 5G features the MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Max flagship level 5G integrated SoC. It offers one of the fastest smartphone CPUs. It's roughly about 22 to 25% more power efficient than the previous generation. It's the Reno 7 5G is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 900 5G SoC, which again provides for support for cellular connectivity and an immersive video experience. Both of these come with, again, I'm sure you've used our phones and know about the Super VOOC. So both these phones come with the 65-watt Super VOOC, which gives you basically 100% of your battery within half an hour. And it's a 5-minute charge essentially on Super VOOC is enough to give users about 4 hours of movie consumption, so movie playback. So that's what, from a performance standpoint, is really outstanding. And again, I'm a big fan personally of what we do with ColorOS. So the Reno 7 series is going to be the first one to support the new ColorOS 12 that offers again an uncluttered UI. And then you've done some work on this. I remember you've done.
I've used ColorOS
on ColorOS, right? So and I think what's really special on ColorOS also is the superlative security and privacy features. We've got some really interesting features there as well that allow consumers for an amazing experience.
So ColorOS reminds me of two things. I'll ask you one by one. One is that first is that, how many years of software support? What are you doing on that front? Should we expect on this Reno series in India?
I think we're offering 3 years if I'm not wrong. But I can double check that. But it's 3 years of support on ColorOS.
Okay. Second thing is that, see, when I use ColorOS, I used it on a FindX device. Now that's what I'm going to come to briefly on, because Reno series is fine. It's coming. It's good. What's happening with the FindX series? We didn't have the FindX 3 Pro in India. Are there, is Reno series something that you're going to focus on, or are there plans to, get into more flagship or premium categories with the FindX series?
Of course, Manas, again, I'm a big fan of the FindX series, just as you are, but that's a topic for maybe another time. It's a product that we're really keen on bringing to India. I know it's one of the most loved devices, and the last generation, again, I'm using one as well. It's quite an amazing device. But today is about the Reno 7, and hopefully when the next generation on the FindX happens, maybe we can kind of have a subsequent conversation. But yeah, the ColorOS 12 on Reno 7 is going to give you a comparable experience to what you get on the FindX.
So coming back to the Reno 7 series itself, what is the price point that you are targeting with both these phones? We are hearing that it could be between 30 to 35. Is it, with the Reno 7?
So yeah, Manas, from a price standpoint, let me just say the pricing on these is going to be very, very competitive. I think consumers are going to find this to be an amazing phone from a design, camera, aesthetic perspective. But most importantly, the price is going to be something that surprises you guys in a great way. So let's hold on to this till the 4th of Feb. But I can assure you guys it's going to be a pleasant surprise when you guys hear of the price.
Okay, cool. So once the Reno series is done, what else is in store for the Indian market from Oppo? Yes.
So yeah, the good thing, Manas, is we're sitting in January right now, right? And so we've got a year in which I'm looking forward to, of course, the Reno series. The Reno 7 is the first step, really. But we've got a bunch of IoT devices that we're going to be launching, some along with the Reno 7. But there's a fairly strong pipeline of 5G devices IoT devices that's lined up. We've got the F series that's again kind of seeing generational changes and upgrades. So there's going to be obviously the F series that's going to come up. And in the back half of the year, hopefully there are some more interesting things that kind of, we can kind of continue exciting consumers with. I can't obviously tell you about everything, but what I can tell you is 5G is going to be a big part of our storytelling this year. Like a lot more innovation coming in that area. IoT devices, again, we've done an amazing job with the encores last year. So we're going to look forward to continuing that momentum. And yeah, so the back half of the year, I'm hoping we're going to have some more exciting products lined up.
So if I heard you right, you said there are going to be some with the Reno 7 series as well, some products?
We've already launched some devices which are going to be available now. So so
but nothing new for Feb 4 apart from
nothing specifically in Feb. No.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Damyant. Thank you so much for your time. You've been very kind with your answers. I hope that you would have got a little more about the pricing, but it's fine. We'll wait till 4th of Feb. And all the best for all your plans with the Reno 7 series as well as for the rest of 2022.
Thanks, Manas. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy using the Reno 7 as much as you enjoyed using the FindX. And I look forward to hearing from you on what you think of the phone.
Sure.